Animation moves forward when artists bring new perspectives, concepts, and techniques into productions. To help your production keep up with the most talented artists in our industry, we focused on performance and quality of life improvements in Harmony 25 and Storyboard Pro 25. Improvements to project file sizes mean projects open 3 times faster, playback twice as smoothly, and transfer faster across networks. With the ability to save as a single file, collaboration with your crew is simpler than ever. Artists can adjust opacity and thickness with the pencil line retouch tool. Capture the look and feel of traditional media without compromising adjustability across the ink and paint process. The brand new Breakdown Assistant helps animators set breakdowns between keyframes and adjust which keyframe is favored with fewer clicks. Artists can now import Photoshop brushes directly into Storyboard Pro in Harmony. By keeping brushes consistent, your concept art will better match the final shot. Want to thumbnail your boards without distractions? The quick thumbnailing workflow in Storyboard Pro allows artists to draw thumbs in a grid or transfer your paper thumbnails easily onto the timeline. Need your storyboards and animatics to look more cinematic? The updated effects stacked view brings non-destructive filters to Storyboard Pro. And with quality of life improvements like lockable scene markers or click and drag layer toggling, every part of the process becomes more responsive. Built to give artists like you the best canvas possible. Harmony 25 and Storyboard Pro 25 now available at toonboom.com.
Hello. So are you starting us off, Mel? I think you muted. Oh, yep. Hello, and thanks for having me. I'm going to switch between Mel, Z, and Marie-Ève pretty much all the time. I won't be sticking. Yeah, I won't be sticking to one. So my name is Maxime Vallières Leduc, aka Vortex Max. you can find me on LinkedIn and YouTube by just searching my name. And I've been working in Montreal's animation industry for over 17 years now. I,
Damn.
mhm. Yeah, it's been a while. I've done it all. I've worked on so many cool projects for different companies here in Montreal, and the whole it was all amazing. I've also been a drummer with the band Basic Fantôme for a while. It's an instrumental trio, and we've been doing small shows in venues all around Montreal and putting out independent recording since 2013. You can find us on Bandcamp, Basic Fantôme.
Nice.
Yep. And so, as an animator and musician, I've always been passionate for animated music videos, video clips. And so I've developed kind of an intricate sense of dynamic timing and beat that I apply in the way I do my animations. And my student film actually was a kind of a punkish music clip about intergalactic zombies doing a live show in front of a swirling vortex, and that's where Vortex Max comes from. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah, that was my student movie. Like it's been 20 years now that that I graduated from
10
Cégep de
years for
Montréal.
me.
10 years, yay! Yeah, I was meaning to ask you about that because we both went to Cégep de Montréal. Huzzah!
Yep. We studied to the same school.
Yep. So I started going to CEGEP in 2001, and I graduated in 2007 with DEC in both 2D and 3D animation. And since then, well, I've honed my expertise in harmony and specialize in the production of mostly 2D animated series, but also some feature films. So yeah. I was mean to ask you, Marie-Ève, what did you think about your experience at the Cégep de Montréal?
I loved it, and I tell everyone I loved it. And also, um, by the way, we're not streaming on Twitch at the moment.
Oh,
Might want to fix that. But that's not on me. So yeah, I really loved attending Cégep du Montréal, which is the animation school we went to in the old Montreal in Quebec,
mhm.
Canada. I really liked it because the teachers are super aware of what the industry is doing. I mean, as much as they can. Um, and they were always there for everyone. And one of the gold thing about that school is that the teachers, some of them have been there a while, some of them
Yeah,
are more like come and go. So it's nice to get like both point of view, but like it's not every school that is able to keep their teachers for a while and have them still be relevant to the subject, because there is a thing where someone can work in the school for a bit too long and be a bit disconnected from the industry. But I didn't
that's right.
experience that at the school, so it was nice to get a mix of fresh work and old habits, because there is some good in some old habits that we can learn. Yeah.
Yeah, but still, it was good to follow a traditional, like old
Uh huh.
school approach where like we were taught to animate hand drawn on paper first. Like we had all of these. Every student had their own light table and desk, and like yeah, it was pretty great to have this experience of traditional animation, like before transitioning to digital animation, like using graphic tablets and softwares like Toon Boom. And actually, it was Toon Boom Opus
Yeah, it
that
was
we were
Opus with the
using. Yeah,
not
Opus.
caterpillar, the ladybug.
hmm Yeah, Opus at the time. Uh,
I think my cohort was the first ones to use Harmony, because before that they had Digital Pro
all
and
right.
they had Animate, like they had so many different ones. So I think we were one of the first ones to get Harmony actually. So been a while.
Yeah. and also all that ordeal to like use the what's it called in English, like a banc titre.
I don't know how it's called.
I
Animation
think that,
table,
yeah,
animation something,
yeah. I
something,
think
something.
I think some people call it a trick dish. Trick dish, like it
Mhm.
was invented by Lot Reniger in like 1920s, in the 1920s,
Yeah.
like just like a top view camera, just looking down on your sheets of paper, and you were just like, take a picture, take the sheet out from the peg bar, take another
Well, this
one.
was not invented by Lotte. What Lotte invented is the fact that this had multi layers, like to make it like a multi-plane. It had like multiple glass layers. But I don't know who invented the animation camera.
Right.
Mystery. I'll have to figure out later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really liked going there because it does teach you like paper and then digital and stuff. And even today, since it's been a bit updated, like they don't have as much animation table anymore. It's mostly computers.
Really? Oh,
Yeah, they
that's
still
kind of
have
sad.
yeah, but things evolve. So they still have like one exercise that they do on paper, just people get the grasp of it. But yeah, but it's because like maintenance and getting the materials is becoming harder and harder because you cannot just go to the store and buy animation paper now. It's a bit more complicated.
That's right. Oh,
Um,
it was such a big student expense
I
to like
know. Yo, I
buy
used
those
to go
stacks
into
of
the
paper.
recyclable bins and just get
Yeah.
other people's drawing and just
Mhm.
just animate at the back
Oh
like
yeah.
a
Well,
freaking
yeah.
raccoon.
Mhm. Mhm. And yeah, I used to well, all of my animation, my student movie, I cleaned the drawings on the back of the animation sheet. Like I did the rough on one side, turn it over, cleaned it, and then flipped it in after scanning it in that big scanner. You know, you had
Yeah.
that big
Also, the
machine where you put
scanners
your
are the
stack of,
machine.
yeah,
The scanners are the problem because the school had two or three at one point, but
right.
like one person outside of the program like sat on one, so that one was a goner. And then another
Rip.
one broke, so like it's just impossible to fix them anymore because they don't make them. So yeah, it's a dying art. But yeah,
Mm,
what I was doing when I was in school also for my student short film and stuff, and I would go into the recyclable bin of all the first years students, and I would just get like their big sheet of paper with a tiny ball on it and just claim it. It was mine now. Yeah,
nice.
like a dumpster diving raccoon that I
Oh yeah, yeah. Times were rough for
yeah.
students. Like yeah,
So
yeah.
the giveaway for this, the takeaway is we're old, and
Oh yeah,
but ink and paint is still a thing uh, of um, of the day. Like people still do ink and paint, and that's what we're gonna cover today in Harmony.
mhm,
As
that's
usual,
right.
people in the chat be nice, behave, don't call each other names other than poodle and unicorn. And of course, the stream is going to be on YouTube eventually. If you want to rewatch it, you will be able to. And I am in the chat on YouTube monitoring the chat. If people have any questions, always feel free to write. I will check it out as much as I can. Of course, you can ask any questions that is, related to the subject. If you guys ask questions about rigging, yeah, no, I'm not gonna answer that. So
I
let's
I
keep it to the yeah.
still I actually know a bit about rigging too. So
I mean, we both know a lot about
yeah,
rigging and cutout and
for
stuff. It's
sure.
just that
Hmm.
it's not the subject of the day.
Yeah.
But if we're done, we might look at the questions. So that if it's not related to inking and painting, we might skip it. But yeah,
For
so feel
sure.
free to ask anything and just don't to go into NDA because we won't go there.
Yeah,
um,
because
yeah.
actually like we're doing ink and paint, but like throughout my career, that's not like
The only thing you've done.
uh, yeah, yeah. Well, and even then, it's not something that's been used a lot when cutout has been the norm for so long now.
Yep.
You color your character once, and then you're pretty much done. Like I've worked on mostly cutout projects like My Life Me, Life on the Block. This one is with Danny Turcotte. You know the comedian. He's
The
the
which?
landlord. The landlord. He's doing this landlord bit, and he made a series with his characters. And even like this one, the Suicide Shop, Le Magasin des Suicides. That's
Oh yeah,
French.
this I know.
Yeah, it's the French movie by Patrice Lecomte, and even this one like was frame by frame animation, but we were using rigs, so we didn't have to color our characters each pose. And also Martha Speaks, the speaking dog on PBS, that was also cut out, and Les Grandes Gueules. Two Nuts and a Richard, it's called in English, so it's pretty funny. Even at Pip Studios, I worked for on the Tom and Jerry show, and this one was done using Flash before it was Adobe Animate. And so again, sometimes you had to paint some effects or some zones on fill out some zones on your character, but mostly it's been cut out.
Yeah, because even though today like cutout is very popular, but like ink and paint is how to clean your drawings and how to paint them, and this is included right. Even in a rig. There's so much problem I see in productions when I get called to help that is made that are there because the rigs were not cleaned properly. So you know, people don't underestimate the power of a good cleanup.
Yeah, that's right.
And speaking of cleanup, what was your first experience learning the pencil tool? You're allowed to say you hated it.
Well, actually, when I was working on My Life Me, we were cleaning using the brush tool, and so I know that you prefer the pencil tool, and so yeah, we were like when we were redrawing like hands and stuff, we would use the brush tool. So it always had this kind of uneven feel, and then you had to make sure that all your strokes were flattened and such. But when on Life on the Block, we would use the pencil tool, it felt so much easier because we didn't have to think about like
the thickness and
the pen pressure. Like every line was just like no thick and thin, you know, just straight line. So you didn't have to think about pen pressure or even use the eraser, because you would just like move the
that's so much better.
little vertices and just connect the lines and like pull the levers, adjust the curves.
So I'm glad to hear that, because usually people have a hard time learning the pencil, and I think what you're saying like clearly demonstrates like kind of why. It's because the pencil tool is great for doing like specific things, and if you want your pencil tool to act like a brush, it's not, because it's two different tools. But if you embrace the pencil tool for what it is, then it usually does better.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, actually, like I can take out this.
Yeah. So what are some of your favorite thing about the pencil tool? Now that we are talking about it.
So I'm gonna use the pencil tool right now to go and clean my character here, my drummer character. And so there's so many cool things about the pencil tools, and I think it's important to take time to like set shortcuts that you're comfortable with, like depending on your workload. If you do post cleanup all day, then make sure you have all of the like the contour editor, center line editor, pencil editor, and pencil retouch.
Yeah, the sweet like, new tool.
That's the new for Harmony 25. So you got to make sure you have all of those tools like available on shortcuts. And I actually use a Stream Deck that I put all of my Harmony shortcuts, like the ones I use most, and also the ones that I feel like I'm not gonna put like Control S because it's super easy to remember, but I'm gonna put the ones that like maybe it has like Alt Shift and maybe F3 or something like that. Like the more complicated ones you need two hands for.
Yeah,
like I'm gonna use a Stream Deck for that, and I even have the Stream Pedal that I use for Control Z and Control S.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah, so I don't know about you, but I don't really like to use the autosave feature. and so I'm constantly pressing on my pedal to just save every minute or so.
Yeah, I like the autosave, but I usually set it to ask before saving because sometimes I want to be like, wait, do I want to save or not?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, on my keyboard that I'm using at the moment, the S key doesn't have any writing on it anymore because I pressed it so many times that the ink just washed away. Like Z, A, and S all washed away.
So yeah, the line tool, you can. I like to have the auto close gap and joint lines, so that when I draw a line. Oh, is this the brush tool? No.
And while you look for that, for anyone wondering about the line tool, I have made a cool video about the subject. You can just check it out right now. It's right here.
Yeah, so I don't want to be using any thick and thin on this one, so I'll just put the maximum size and minimum size the same value.
Oh, and I just noticed I was using the wrong account on the YouTube. So the snake commenting, that's me. Here I just switched to my other account.
So yeah, this feature, I really like it. It's when you draw two lines, the line building mode, and so when you do two strokes, it's going to merge them into a single one if your strokes are close enough. So that's so cool when you want to draw and make sure instead of like doing two strokes and then like combining them using like the magnet tool and then taking your little vertices and like snapping them together. So that's way better. And like the line tool has so many cool options, like just to press Control and be able to add some vertices or delete the ones that you don't need. Selecting, like if you have the handles, like maybe you don't notice, but I'm sure you do, but I'm talking to chat. Like I'm sure you know all of these tricks, but like pressing Alt and just breaking your pencil tool like this, and yeah, and then putting them back together.
Yeah, to put them back together, the way I teach it usually is like you just put them one in front of the other so they can talk their problems and be friends again.
Yeah, like this, like, and then you see it just snaps together, and it's so satisfying. Like all of these little subtleties. So yeah, and then you can, if you have like if you have too many vertices, you can just use the smooth tool.
Yeah, well, if there's too many vertices, I love that you can just like select the dots and go into the smooth button, like in Operation.
Oh, yeah.
The one on the left, like it's surprisingly cool. I like it.
This one, the smooth editor?
No, you just take your contour editor, you select a bunch of points.
Yeah.
Like you just like lasso them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already had it.
Just press, yeah, the smooth, yeah, just press smooth, yeah.
Yeah, that thing, yeah, it's so helpful. So many years I forgot it existed, and it's so useful.
Yeah. So yeah, so this is pretty cool, and you also have the options to like join if you have like two strokes. Like you see, even though I took both of my vertices and like stuck them together with the magnet, like it's still two lines, so you can just select both and then join them together. I think it's.
And this is such an important thing to remember, like the difference between when things are magneted together and when they're joined. Because in rigs, this can be a problem if you're thinking of hands. Usually it's better to link, like merge the lines of like multiple lines for a finger. Yes, you merge them. But then if it's multiple lines that make your whole hands, like maybe multiple fingers and thumb and stuff, it's always better to try to organize your thoughts with like, the lines for the thumb are merged together. The line for the index are merged together. But then the index and the thumb, they're just magnet together. So that if I'm an animator who needs to make a new hand, then I can just easily break it apart. Because linking everything, not linking anything is a problem. Linking everything is also a problem. So it's about knowing what you're doing. And if you're doing this, studios are gonna like you.
Yeah, because like in this case, like I could like have one line that I use like for the contour of my character, and I would have like, since it's like it's old school, like the poses on like one drawing, like usually I could like if you're doing cutout, like every piece would be on a separate element, but like here, like I'm doing like cleanup, like old school style, where you would be inking like the whole pose, and so like you could have one thicker line that does like the outline of a character, and then have one smaller line that you could magnet here. Yeah, like this one. And so, yeah, you would need to have certain like a set of values that you would use. Like in this case, I like to have my outline for my character like a bit thicker than the inside lines. So I would have like a hierarchy, like a value set for each line as we go from outside to inside. They're thicker and then thinner and thinner. So you see how like here, like this line here is a bit thicker than the one on the inside.
Yep.
So a lot of cool things you can do. Oh, yeah, and other cool features with the line tool is the textures, and like
Oh,
one
yeah,
of my
definitely.
one of my favorite textures. Like if you want to do something that looks like if you're using like an actual pencil, you just select your and you can select multiple lines at once, and then select the kind of texture you want, and then you can use the gradient editor tool here.
Oh,
This one,
yeah, that's good.
edit gradient texture, because I feel that like sometimes like here the texture is a bit too strong, and I wanted maybe a bit more stretched out, like this, or maybe a bit less, like half and half, like this. And can even play with the inside, like the thickness of it all, like this. And once you find like the sweet spot for your texture, you can just copy the texture and paste it onto your other strokes. So it's going to apply to every pencil line that you've selected. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's very cool. Very, very nice. Okay, I have more questions because it never stops. Oh yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
you could help me through. Like I've never used actually the pencil retouch tool yet. It's not a feature that I've been experimenting with. So like, what could I do with
I
it
think it would
now?
be more useful when you're a bit further into your drawing.
Yeah.
So like clean the little part, and after that, I'm gonna walk you through it.
All right. So I'm gonna just use some.
Because it's called the pencil retouch. It's usually made to fix like existing drawings. And while you do that, do you know anything? Yeah. Do you, oh wait, no, I just censored that one before. Oh yeah, is there some things that you wish you knew about ink and paint that you learned too late in your career? Like a little thing that went like, oh yeah, I wish I knew that. If there's nothing, that's fine.
About ink and paint, I don't know.
Or about things in general, then.
But yeah, like I think that if there are things that I would like to know, like getting out of school before like starting out into the industry, like if I could go back in time and tell my younger self about stuff, like I would give myself a heads up about AI and
Yeah.
yeah, how like everything we're doing right now, like we need to be able to do it quicker and put out like a bigger volume, like because now everything seems like it's all about performance and like putting out as much stuff out as possible, like content, always content, you know. So yeah, uh, I would I would give myself advice and like tell me like to stay up to date with like the world of animation and technology. It's always good. Like if you stagnate in your old ways, like you won't get far. And also probably to mingle more like in events and like try to make meaningful connections. I think that's also important today. Uh, yeah, to meet more people in person.
Yeah, that's so important.
Yeah,
Like, people often forget that skills, yeah, skills are something, but sadly, the animation industry is about connections more than raw talent. So,
that's
and
right.
also just like we're humans, like connection is just fun. And you learn so much from other people. Like, I became a good cleanup artist because I used to clean so much of my best friend's drawing all the time because she hated it. But like, and I've learned so much things just by talking to people.
Yeah, and also it's hard today for some people because it's actually also about resources, like what you have available around you. Uh, like if you have access to a computer, like anyone who has access to a computer now can make animation, but some people don't. So it's hard. Like I guess that like still like animation has been made so much more accessible. Like if you want to do animation, like just taking pictures of like of sand, like you can do sand animation. You just need to go to the beach and like draw in the sand and take pictures, and you can do animation with pretty much anything.
Yep. Okay, you have a bit more drawing. I can now
Yeah.
walk you through that cool tool.
All right.
So
Let's do it.
for the pencil retouch, what you can do is first you need to click on it.
Yeah.
And then the radius is how large it's going to affect. You can either use the slider or you can use the O key, just like everything else into Harmony. I
Yeah.
made sure of that.
I'm using R.
Oh, well, that works.
Yeah, because I'm actually using like a half keyboard, and so there's no O
Oh,
key on this keyboard. So I put all of the like the shortcuts that use one letter. It's all like QWERT.
yeah, that
QWERT
makes sense.
is DFG. Yeah.
Also, that tool is one of the tools I work the closest on 25, so that's
Oh,
I know it
nice.
very well. Because yeah, my team is usually spread like there's so many new features, so like each of us like kind of take care of some of them more than others.
Mhm.
So that tool, I made extra sure that all the tooltips were as clear as water. So if you put your cursor on it, there's a very
Oh yeah,
I
I
was
love
told
this.
this is way too much, and I was like, I
No,
don't care.
no. I th- this is one. This is what I love. Like when I hover over a tooltip, I want to know what it does.
Exactly. I don't want to just know the name and its favorite color.
Yeah.
So yeah, so if anyone wants to figure that tool out, I hope that the tooltips can help you. But as
Mhm.
usual, reading the documentation is the best thing you can do.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So to learn it quick, basically there's the two flavors. Either you use it for thickness or you use it for opacity, which are the two blue icons on the left.
Mhm.
So thickness or opacity, your choice. Eventually, they want to make it used for more than just opacity and thickness, but that is for the future. For now, we only have this. And then it comes into four different modes. There's add, remove, replace, or smooth. Oh, you lost the tool now.
Yep.
Yeah, so the blue icons is thickness or opacity, and then the 4 little crayon, les 4 crayons. There's add, remove, smooth, and replace and smooth. So add is gonna add, remove is gonna remove. Replace is nice because you can use replace and set it to 0 into the top slider. Like the maximum opacity, you could put it to 0. And then it means that whenever you touch the line, the opacity is going to go to 0.
Oh.
But if you press on
Magic.
K, it still has a vector line.
Yeah.
So I really love to use this.
Amazing.
To create like gaps into my cleanup instead of erasing. For rigs and for hand-drawn animator, it's great because then you can make gaps in your clean without making it impossible to paint. It's wonderful.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So, quick question though.
Yeah.
What's the difference between putting the opacity to 0 and like selecting the whole thing and just like putting the thickness to 0?
Well, because with the opacity, it's first it's not the thickness and the opacity will be different, especially if you have a textured line.
Well, I guess if you have like maximum opacity like 35, yeah, you can still see that there's something going on.
Yeah, and also, well, actually, we can't see. I don't know why. Oh, it's because you have a vector line. Anyway, I don't know. That could do something, but the thing is that if you now it works. If you set it, for example, to well, first you can adjust the opacity like on the line instead of having the whole stroke less or more opaque.
Oh, that's right.
And one thing
I gradients.
One thing I love to show, and the gradients are a bit hard. It depends on like the tablet and the strength and everything. But the cool thing is that you can go on the smooth pencil. You can make a few holes in your clean with the replace. Like you can put it to like 0 or something and just like make a bunch of hole in your clean.
Oh, the opacity, yeah.
Yeah, just like a bunch of holes. And then if you go to the smooth pencil.
This one?
Yeah, and this has like maximum smoothing and everything. If you click on the green check mark, this is gonna smooth all. It's like the green check mark applies anything you have selected, like the pencil, to your whole drawing. So you can increase, decrease, but it's gonna affect your whole drawing. So you can put the smoothing to a little bit, and then it's gonna smooth out like these edges and stuff, which is kind of sweet.
Oh,
I really like it.
Yeah. So you can do all sorts of cool effects that you weren't able to do before on pencil lines, because usually when you put a gradient like on a pencil line, you could only adjust the gradient vertically, and now I can have multiple gradients in a single stroke. So yeah, that's pretty neat. Amazing.
Okay, I'm checking if the chat has questions, and they don't. So that's cool. We can just keep going. So yeah, this is great.
Big thickness.
And one thing is that this is just the first time that we've made that tool into Harmony, so it can only get better. And there's so much more we want to do with it. So if people try it out and have any feedback to give, we would love to hear you out. So you can just reach to. We have a help center where you can reach to like an email address, and you can give us your feedback.
So for the retouch for the thickness, like would it be advantageous to like do my whole character using like one thickness to just like get all of my strokes down, and then later once all of my character is cleaned up, like just go and retouch only the lines that I want like to have maybe this one.
You could. And the way that it was thought out is because I've done a lot of cleanup on fully hand-drawn production where it was like, maybe like the whiskers or like this piece of hair to be thicker across multiple frames, and I can just have one frame, then press G to go to the next frame, and just hit, like you just give a little hit and it's going to make it thicker. And you can just do this one drawing after the other, which is very useful just to adjust, retouch your drawing.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be called the pencil polish tool. That's what I voted for. But
well,
then
this one's amazing.
No one wanted a PP tool into our so
Yeah,
it was
Joe,
shut down. I was
no.
kind of sad.
I,
But
I
yeah,
said I
pencil
wasn't
retouch.
going to use curse words on the stream, and then we're talking about
The PP tool.
PP. Yeah, gonna
So
drop
yeah,
it.
it's
No,
pencil retouch because PR
I'm
tool
not
is
going to say
better.
it. Yeah, so this is pretty neat because usually what I've been doing is like using the center line editor.
Yep.
Like,
Which is still relevant. It's still great. It's just not for the same exact business.
yeah. Why isn't it working? Is it the pencil editor? Yeah, yeah, this one. So I would be like pressing Shift and then doing my little
Yeah, and the
tapers.
pencil editor still works because it allows you to select like exactly like which vector and stuff. So like they're still used to it, especially in a rig, but it's less. The pencil retouch is more for some freehand retouches. Like it's not as precise as the pencil retouch as the pencil editor tool.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
like
this is what you want to do, then the pencil editor is still better.
Well, like me, like let's say I want like the points, like the little pointy hairs to be to go into a taper like this, but I want like the taper to come out. Like, would the pencil retouch tool be a better fit for this kind of work?
I'm not sure.
Oh, maybe. I just have to find the good values, like the sweet spot.
Like I said, it's more meant for hand drawn to be able to, with the flick of a wrist, to just like increase or decrease the opacity or the thickness across like these frames and stuff.
Oh, that's nice.
But yeah, it could work. It's just like, you see, it's going to be way more organic and unpredictable than the pencil editor. So it's for two different things.
Yeah, but I like organic. So yeah, it's for sure I'm going to be using that tool in the future. I'm sure it's going to come in handy. Very nice.
And also with that tool, what is fun is that it's very versatile and easy to use, and you can choose to use it on only one stroke or multiple strokes. So at the moment, your drawing is made of multiple strokes. So at the bottom left, there's like these two icons on the pencil retouch. It's like a single stroke or multiple strokes, and you can just choose which one you want. Yep, this one is for multi-stroke, and this one is just for one stroke.
Oh, so even though I'd have like multiple strokes, this would only affect the one.
The first one you touch, yeah.
Oh, the first one you touch, yeah. Oh, that's nice. So I won't spread into the next stroke.
So if you wanted to get the hand to be thicker than the drumming stick, you could just start to click on the hand and make it thicker without affecting the drumstick. So
like
that's pretty cool.
I take the maximum thickness and put it like to maybe 12.
Yeah.
And minimum thickness to like 100%. Then selecting this one and just go, yeah, that's
and
nice.
Then it would not affect the rest.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Thick lines.
But see, that's the joy of all the Toon Boom tools and stuff. Like this tool was developed in close collaboration between me and the dev guy, because sometimes the dev guy, which is Francois, he's amazing, would make some things, and I was like, oh yeah, that's so cool, but what if we added this because it's more intuitive? And it's like, oh yeah, so then it's a big teamwork between dev and artist. And sometimes I would have he had amazing ideas that I didn't think about. So that's cool. Like the multiple stroke is one of them. I was like, that's great, but what if I need to make one line thicker than the other? So then we added this. So it's still a tool that is evolving, and it's very nice.
I like it. Yeah, because I like to have like big, thick lines on the outside of my character, and like what I would do when I was hand drawing like this character is using a pouce-mine.
Yep.
What's it called?
Mechanical pencil. Yeah.
Mechanical pencil. So I would draw actually two lines, one for each edge of my outline, and then fill in it with a big 2B pencil for the inside of the line. So all of the drawings from my movie were made using a mechanical pencil.
Nice.
Filling it, yeah. So but it was hard work.
Oh, we have a question from LinkedIn.
Yay.
Hi, what specific feature or tool within Toon Boom Harmony Premium do you find most essential for capturing the unique artistic flow of ink and paint? And how has it changed your creative process? Well, for me, I think the pencil tool is always my fave. And to capture the unique artistic flow of ink and paint, just because it allows you to fix it so easily, and you can like adjust the thickness and the opacity so easily with the textures. And with all these updates, like the pen pressure and the pencil retouch, I think it's now even better, because of course the brush is always going to be better at capturing the actual like drawing essence and stuff, but it comes with so much drawback in production that I would just not use it. How about
That's
you?
right. Well, before you go on with that, I do have like something like I wish Harmony did to help in projects, and it's when you have a textured brush, and like let's say I go into my clean, and I'll just switch the color to bitmap, and then go inside my drawing, and then use a textured brush. Let's say I have like.
But you don't have to set it to bitmap, by the way.
Well, maybe it does the same if I'm, yeah, let's say I have a vector then.
Yeah, because since Harmony like 15, I think, the vector brush just work as well as the bitmap brush.
I think I'm still gonna have the same issue if I do like a drawing.
Are you trying to fill it?
Yeah, I want to fill it now.
You have to do it on the color art.
Yeah, I know. So what I'm like, if I want to fill it with paint, let's say like this. So you see how like the color won't be filling in all these little gaps in the texture. So what I've been doing is selecting this stroke here and copying it to like another layer and converting it to strokes and then filling it. Like let's say here.
That's so many steps. Why don't you just create your color art from line art?
Well, now I am on the color art. So let's say I'm here. What
okay. Okay. Maybe you don't know that because many people don't. Someone from Dev had to teach me. Did you ever press Shift on the create color from line art button?
No, I'll try it now. Because I have the shortcut for create color art from line art. If I press Shift and then press the
you press Shift and you press on the button to create the color art from line art. The one in near the light bulb.
Oh, and it created it into the underlay layer. Is that it?
No, you click on the.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know the button near the light bulb on top. On top of your drawing.
Here,
view. Yeah. At the right, that's the button. No, at the right. Yeah. If you press, if you shift click this, you can adjust it in so many ways.
I've been schooled.
I learned that while working at Toon Boom. Blew my mind, and I was like, "Why is this the only key, the only button that you can shift click on?" And,
so my source layer would be color art, and I would want it onto the underlay.
Exactly, but the stroke thing you said also works. It's just a bit more tedious sometimes.
Yeah. So then now, if I press create color art from line art, yay! It worked. Well, that's nice.
I'm glad you like it.
We'll be using that. So each time I just have to press Shift and then configure it. Yeah.
Yep.
And what are the other options? Like use rendered version. Like,
so use rendered version of the drawing. It's that if you have a drawing that's very messy, sometimes this is gonna make Harmony render it in its mind before creating the color art, and sometimes it helps with little gaps and stuff with a drawing that's very not super clean.
Right.
Mind you, though, all these features are very old. They could require some love. So they work as much as they can.
Well, just to be able to create it like from something else than the line art, that's also pretty useful, and I am going to be using that. All right.
What I love about these streams is when we always learn something. Sometimes in these streams, people in chat teach me stuff. You know, you never stop learning.
And so one of my favorite tools in Harmony would be like the one of the rigging tools, and like I haven't used the shape aware deformation, but I often use just the freeform mode on just about anything, because it's so easy. Just select select your element, select the freeform mode deformation tool, and just start putting some dots where you want the deformation to happen.
Okay,
and
so
then
I think you're gonna love the shape aware tool because it does this but better.
yeah.
So the difference between the shape aware and the OG deformers, such as freeform and everything, is that it's not that one is better than the other, it's that they're different. So
Yeah, walk me through it.
so just for it to work though, you would need to have you can't use it if it's just lines. You need to have it colored. So if you can just like quickly like squiggly like finish the line art and just
Well,
throw some paint on
yeah.
it.
Well, let's go. I have these effects here.
Perfect. Okay, perfect. So they move.
Woohoo. Yay. So let's say I want.
Okay, I'll do you one better. If you can take a drawing and just draw a quick stickman on it, it's gonna work as well.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
If you take a new drawing layer and you draw a bonhomme animate,
Oh yeah.
it's gonna prove
So,
my
yeah.
point very fast. And then you can use it on anything you want.
Stickman, yeah. Stickman.
Also, we have like about 5-ish minutes left, or 10 minutes. I think 10 minutes. Yeah, 10 minutes left.
It went so fast.
I know, right? It's crazy. I wish these things were like 7 hours, just like when I do it on YouTube. But, you know, that would be way too much. Okay, yeah, if you have your drawing layer, you can just draw a quick little stickman. Love it. I love how everybody draws different stickmans. Just fill the head with paint.
Yeah. Oh, he's not on the. I'm just gonna put it on the right display. Yay! So we have Stickman just walking through a bunch of fire, insecticide,
I love
water.
it.
Yeah, let's go. So yeah.
So if you fill his head with paint, it's important because the difference between the OG deformers and the shape aware is that the OG deformers, they don't care about negative space, but the shape aware is all about negative space. So if you take this little guy and you put either like a freeform deformer or like a bone deformer or anything, what you're going to notice is that it moves everything like this. And you know, if you try to take a bone maybe to kind of rig like the bone and the arm and the body, like make something that goes through it like an actual skeleton, it's not going to work out. Like things are going to be weird. Yeah, like this. And if you try to move it, it's going to shred your thing. Okay,
yeah.
So not gonna do it. So you can just delete it from your thing.
Centaur Stickman.
Centaur.
Okay.
Yeah, you can just delete it. Like from the notebook, you just like get rid of it. Okay, and then instead you can take the deformer tool and set it to shape aware. Just make sure that under it you choose the bone, the one on the left. No, you had the cage, you had it, the one on the right, but
this one.
This one.
Yeah. Create bones in shape aware module. Okay.
Yeah, so then you can use that to do like the body and the leg. So you click, 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 click each time you want to make a new one, but you have to do it in a row. So you're gonna start with the foot, the hip, the shoulder, and then the neck. Okay, and then you have to click again on the bone icon to reset it again. And then you start maybe from the foot to the hip.
I select the same.
Oh, sorry.
Same
Yeah.
dot.
Yeah, it needed to be like this,
Yeah.
and then you do it again. You reactivate it. Each time you make a new line, you reactivate it. Otherwise, it's going to try to link everything together.
Okay. So yeah, I got my.
And then you can take the cage one, and you can start from the neck, and just draw your head. So you just circle your head, like you just like click, 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 and make little dots around the head.
Oh.
But not too many. That's too many. All right.
I want as many as I can.
Okay, cool. So then the difference is that now you see it understands negative space. So the influence is only going to stop at the border of the drawing. So the hand point is not going to affect the head, but a regular deformer would. So that's the big difference between shape aware and OG deformers. The OG deformers treat your whole drawing as a big rectangle, and the shape aware understands the negative space in your things. So yeah, both of them are great. Just work for different things.
It's amazing. I love it.
And it also works if you have like drawings imported from elsewhere, or if you want to put the cage around your fire to like reshape it. It also works, and it's gonna respect a bit more the negative space and everything. So yeah.
Stretch him out. Woo!
That's so cool.
Oh yeah, it's pretty fun. Another tool that I'm going to be using on my next rig for sure.
And to close off the stream, I think you had a cool horror story to tell us about ink and paint.
Yeah, so I'm going
We're
to
so excited about it.
Yeah, I'm going to show you some frames that I did some ink and paint. Yeah, that was about. It was at Tout Cartoon, probably about 2013. And so we had all of these scanned drawings from overseas that were sent, like the vectorized files were sent through FTP or whatever. And we had to color each and every single frame. And you had all of these zones, like all of the water zones. Like even here, you can see that there's some problems where like you have some darker zones that go over the lighter zones, and like because everything was like almost like the characters were all merged into a single layer. The effects of water were all merged into a single layer, and there were all of the gaps. Like you can see, like there's still some unclosed gaps here, because there were almost no gaps that were closed. You had to close gaps. Like the thing I would do is like apply to all frames, drag over to paint all of the things that needed to be painted with like one color, like the color of the water. So on all the frames, it would paint, and using the close gap tool, it would like fill in some of the bigger gaps, but like some of the smaller gaps would still not be closed, and so you had to go then through like 3D animation, like on each and every single frame, to make sure that the effects was properly painted. And so you had so many shots of just like water and characters, like sharks and characters in water, like all of these little like you see all of these little zones, like water sprinkles and such.
Oh, that's so many.
So that was one of the only times I did actual ink and paint, where you had to take scan drawings and like apply color like digitally. But yeah, it was hard work. It was honest work.
But it looks good.
Yeah. And so like it's still a far cry from like what they've been doing like in the early days. Like if you think about like one of the last ones that were actually doing some painting with gouache on the back of the cells, like was one of the shorts of Roger Rabbit, the roller coaster rabbit. Like
yeah, you're right.
Yeah, there were 3 shorts that were put out, and the last short after that, they used caps, like the computer animated painting, instead of like doing the traditional painting behind the cells. But yeah, it must have been so much hard work. Like the painters, they were doing like on average like 16 cells a day. So let's say 8 hours of work, maybe 1 cell per half hour.
Yeah,
So,
and the takeaway of this story is that even now in the digital day and age, please be careful when you clean your drawings, and remember that someone after you is going to have to color them.
That's right.
So do a good job.
Mhm. Yeah, so yeah, they were actually like this one, like this guy here, they were flipping over the cell and painting like behind the lines and making sure that like doing big puddles, like making sure that the paint was opaque enough while painting. And if you had the like if you were unlucky enough to go and paint like over the line, then like you had to use a box cutter knife or some kind of little X-Acto knife to just like go and scratch all of that extra paint while making sure you don't scrap the cell.
Yep.
Yep. Which at that time maybe it was not such a big deal to scrap one cell, because at that time they were using the xerography
Yeah.
instead of actual inking of the cells. They were taking the pencil clean, scanning it and printing it on the celluloid acetate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But still, like they had to like check every printed cell like over the clean. Like there was someone that was actually paid to just take the cell, put it over the drawing, and then look at it, and then it was like, oh, there's there's a small printing mistake, and then have to print it again. So much wasted plastic.
Yeah, really. Yep. Well,
So
that was super fun. What?
Yeah, I didn't have time to paint my character, but like I had my color model to. I wanted to do like some kind of exercise where I would like paint the character like old school style, and using a color model, and then picking your colors, and yeah, just applying the paint on the back of the character. But time goes fast when you're having
I
fun.
know, it goes so fast. I'll have to invite you again.
Mhm.
Well, thank you so much. I'm sure everybody enjoyed the whole stream. It was so interesting. I wish these could go for 4 hours, but unfortunately, that's all we have for you guys today. And don't forget to check the schedule that we have on the Discord and the website and stuff for more. And thank you so much, Maxime, for your time. It's very appreciated. And your drawing looks awesome. I really like
Thank
the
you.
attitude. It's so cool.
Thank you so much. And I have to add, like, people in the chat, if you haven't, go check out the Bird Brain, Marie-Ève's YouTube channel. Her tutorials for Toon Boom are amazing. I actually like when I'm having a problem like with Toon Boom, like often the answer is in one of her videos. So kudos for that.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you for putting the links that I saw your links that were on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very nice that people can visit it. I was about to try and write them, but they disappeared.
So if you want to go check out my YouTube channel, I have my my latest animation demo reel on there. All of the things I did for the past 6 years while I was working at Télé-Québec. There are scenes from Le Tusse Cali, Mon Ami Bulle, there's Les Coucous, and of course, one of my favorites, Superplex.
That looks so cool.
Yeah, the cucumber. And like for this guy, we did a short that was projected on the wall of the bank in downtown Montreal for the Montreal Lumi Fest. And so we had this special event, special animation short that's been made just for him to be projected in all of his glory. It was pretty awesome.
Nice. So you used to work at Télé-Québec. What other, like, what's you? Yeah. Did you go like to another studio or?
It was before they moved from a place in it was de Lormier Notre-Dame, and now it's moved to what's it called, the prison.
Wow.
Oh well, yeah, it's au pied du courant.
Yeah, because I think Télé-Québec used to have an animation department, and I think they don't anymore.
Yeah, actually, that's why we've all been laid off after the last season of Lotus et Kiali. It's been the end. They put the axe in the arts department, and while it was fun while it lasted, we like the people there. They were so talented, and we were just like a small team, and we were.
Yeah, you must have learned a lot, and I'm sure it's going to be helpful to your project you're working on right now.
Yeah, because like we did like it was a really a skeleton crew, and so we had to adapt and like make the most of it. And so I did like storyboards, animatics, designs, rigging, animation, visual effects, compositing, rendering. Like so we like you had to be able to do a bit of everything.
Adapt.
Yeah, it was nice.
Well, yeah, thank you for sharing everything, and I wish you the best in your project. And
thank you so much. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure, and I'd be glad to come back anytime.
Of course, I'll let you know. All right, everybody, goodbye.
See ya.